and we're going to see the meta bans out. So
there we go.
Sagi, Chano Ali.
Yeah, that's the way you actually counter the Singapore lineup here that really focuses around their player, which is Kaya on that farm lane role. For the side of Singapore, they banned away the Charlotte and Maestro Nui, some of the picks that Hong Kong China actually had pretty good success with, while locking down the Guan Yu here as their first pick. Guan Yu for me is an interesting pick here. It is really strong when enemy has immobile backlines, but in this case, Hong Kong China can still whip out the Ata in that first pick to really counteract against this Guan Yu.
Definitely open, definitely a meta pick, and boom, there you go. Just like you called it, Sagi. I mean, the Ata there, plus you're going to use the Fatih, which is a pretty decent laner in and of itself. So not only it's, this is why the red side can be super key. You've shown your meta pick, now we've got ours.
Yeah, and the party can clear off lanes really fast as well. So this will give that option to, in case they need to do any form of split push. Now the Direnje and Lapu Lapu, I would say it's pretty much stock standard here in this tournament, right? So even if you don't have if you don't go for the Zhang Fei, you go for the Lapu Lapu. If you don't have the meta farm laners, you go for the Direnje, especially with the fact that Direnje is anti-CC.
Yeah, anti-CC, good in dealing against tanks like the Ata if you land your ultimate, which reduces 50% of your defensive stats, right? So coming in for Direnje, I would say that it's one of the lane bullies as well that could go toe-to-toe with Sumki on that errand here. As we jump in towards the second phase of the pick and bans, more priority will be given over to the jungle side where Ukyo Tachibana has been removed from the pool, and potentially some form of a bruiser jungle or something like a Dun might be a good consideration here coming from Hong Kong China.
Yeah, and actually, the way that they were able to secure it, you got the counter pick that you want, you got Aaron going up against the Direnje, and something that, again, when we were looking at the stats, I mean, Singapore know that Sumki's the guy, right? So they're going to try to target it as much as possible. You wanted to pick that before you go into the second phase of this draft.
Ooh, and now with Angela being picked up, so what Singapore will be looking at is that a hero that can follow up on the CC of the Lapu Lapu, right? So mid hero is still missing for them. Maybe the Princess Frost can be considered as a follow-up after Lapu Lapu engage. That could be something.
Yeah, something like a Princess Frost, Garuda, or even a Gun and Mo that could actually outrange Hoa. All these are decent pickups here that Singapore can actually benefit from in that mid pole. And going for the jungle side is where the pole is starting to shrink. Maybe potentially visit the Nurza that has a pretty decent win chance against the Ata in this case.
So it has that potential. I mean, the Ghost Ship can completely lock it down, but it looks like they're going to go with the Xia and the Neza, as you rightly called out. It seems like they just want to go fast and furious, get on top of that Angela and Aaron as much as possible.
Yeah, and they should, right? Like what we discussed earlier on is that, okay, they have to play this game aggressively fast, try to get the first try. They get the first try, they get the momentum, and they ride on that towards the later stages of the game. Because from what we have learned from Hong Kong China's playstyle is that they like to take this slow and they follow textbook gameplay. So that could be something to exploit.
Yeah, and for the side of this specific draft that Singapore has lastly drafted, right? At the first glance, you're like, okay, Direnje, Cole, you are a early to mid-game farm lane. Not the greatest when you go into the late game, but with the addition of the Ziya here in the final pick, you sort of fix the issue where there's like two beefy front lines coming in from Hong Kong, China. The burn coming in from the Ziya and the ultimate coming in from the Direnje all deals really well against tanks like the Ata, like the Zhang Fei.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to round it up. I mean, they got teamfight galore from the Hong Kong China side. The other ones, is this Neza going to be enough to really get to the backline to make that sort of impact? Because once you jump in, the rest of Hong Kong China are going to be jumping on top of you as well. So that Skyfall needs to be immaculate in terms of its own backup as well.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a challenge to get to the backline, right? Now that I think about it, because you have like 3 protectors at least from Hong Kong, China that can protect the area. So it's not going to be the easiest of tasks. But if Hong Kong, China in a team fight, they happen to tunnel vision, it could be an opportunity for Team Singapore to capitalize.
Yep, and as we go into this one, looking at this draft, do you give any of the teams an edge, Clown?
Ooh. Just based on the draft, right?
Yeah, just on the draft. In a vacuum, don't even look at players.
Okay, if it's just based on the draft, I kind of like Hong Kong China's draft a little bit more just because of the amount of protection they can have. They can give towards Erin. Because Erin is like, okay, as long as you can open up space, free hits, Erin's all good.
Is it because they have a Zhang Fei on the side?
I mean, you could say that too. Yeah, I'm a bit biased towards the Zhang Fei, not gonna lie.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, for me, I'm always questioning the Xia pick, right? Because I always feel like like teams understand what it wants to do. It wants to wave clear. It's going to give you that level up. But when you're falling behind, the hero is very underwhelming. It doesn't seem to be able to kind of really have that sort of impact that you're looking for from that old man.
Well, we'll see.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
but
looks like the
hang
flash
on
away.
for a
Kyan
second.
getting a little bit low. He barely dodges that last shot. That was super close for Kyan.
Oof, okay, that was really close. I thought that he would have gotten that first strike, but okay, the first strike has to wait. But Yanzi now being pressured at the top as well. Now, back onto the topic of the Zia, right? So, I personally think that the Zia is good, right? So, the Zia, wave clear and all that. But one thing, the Zia needs a setup.
Yeah.
For the universal law to truly to land beautifully, right? So he might be looking for like, okay, Yanzi, you have to set up first before I can come in with the universal law. That's the best.
Yeah, that would be best case scenario, right? If he's able to kind of get that true impact. But UA, a lot of eyes on this guy in terms of just being able to set that up because Kayang will be focused. Yuming, again, he'll be constantly farming, taking the gold share, and once he gets going, he'll start to do a little bit of work himself. But UA, in terms of the universal law, if he's able to get on top to really just soften up the Hong Kong China squad.
Yeah, and okay, besides Yanzi, we can do it too.
Instantly used, finding some key though, but the Blazing Brilliance, he's actually trying to dodge this one. He might have gone a little too deep, and now with that universal law, does a little bit of work. Hong Kong, China, both sides actually are limping away.
Hey, what I'm liking about the current game, right, is that both sides, they are getting 50-50.
Yeah.
So Hong Kong, China, yes, they try to invade, they try to poke and all that, and we see a couple of times that they almost got a few strikes, but Team Singapore, they respond back, right? They don't sit back, like they go at them. It's like, okay, you want to fight? Okay, let's fight at the river. We come together, I send the universal law, and they push back the Hong Kong, China players.
Yeah, but Hong Kong, China still have a bit of an edge, right? It's about 200, 300 gold. It's actually gotten a little bit smaller. Singapore using that gold sharing to their advantage. But Yuming, I like the fact that you put the Skyfall on early. Right? This is like, hey, you got to respect me. I'm flying in. I might be there at a moment's notice. You got to consider where I'm at any time in this game.
Okay, so we're going to go to the quote-unquote tiebreakers soon. The moment the tyrant arrives. And both sides, I believe, is going to contest it. And it will be interesting to see who wins this because both teams still quite neck and neck in terms of goal. Not too far different, and in terms of level, pretty similar as well.
Yeah, very similar here, but a little bit of a stun on Kahin. He dashes away, gets to safety, but that was really smart by Hong Kong China. They teleported to the mid lane, they took the mid lane, and they took those boars, right? It's all about the little things, and now the Skyfall, they find Sumki. Does he have enough to get away? He gets under the tower, and they have a bit of a stun, and Sumki's solo, and Yuming gets first strike.
And this is what we were talking about. Team Singapore, they need to get the first strike, and they can ride on their momentum forward, and they were fortunate to get some key.
Yeah, and actually they find him. The ghost ship is going to be landed as well. This is the perfect opportunity for Singapore to take this tyrant. It looks like Yanzi was potentially going for that flank, and Hong Kong, China have to respect it because they don't have the numbers as well.
And Team Singapore, they get the tyrant for themselves. So this is the momentum that we talked about, right? Okay, you get some key, get the first strike, and then you get the next objective, which is the tyrant. And when they got Sumki earlier on, Sumki did not have his splash. So it was an easy takedown for them, which is great, right? They saw that opportunity, they took it.
Yeah, and taking that one. And I think that Singapore, look, when they're going in, you always want a priority list. Who needs to die first? Hawa's probably high on that list, but Sumki is at the top. You got to focus him down. And Yuming, you know he's going to be skyfalling. Anytime he sees him, he's going to go right for that back line.
Oh, Makahing. Okay, they spoil out, but then again, he's just going to be that spotlight there, right? Just to gather information. And now he will join his team at the top, but he's still opening up the map. And because of his position here, Team Singapore, they're forced to like, okay, do they want to put attention to Kaheng? Do they want to go to the lane? It kind of messes up Team Singapore's sort of decision making.
Yeah, a little bit of decision making, but they traded towers, you know, the top T1 for the bottom T1. I think in the end, it's like you'll take what the enemy's giving you, and they're happy to trade at this stage because understanding that, hey, we're still kind of close. It's still very early, and now Singapore, you know, I think that they'll be continue to just push these mid waves across.
Okay, and the Umbrella Alpha is ready though, so they can start it out.
Chip onto two with that Chaos Cinder, does a little bit of work. The Umbrella Alpha pushing them outside, and they dodge the ghost ship. The Wombo combo was looking to be good, but they didn't get it hit right.
Okay. Team Hong Kong China, they got it right? Like the ghost ship comes up, and then the Umbrella Alpha to follow up, but Team Singapore, they were ready for it. They know, okay, it's time for us to jump over the ghost ship, and then we're all safe. We jump over that, and then they wasted the Unbridled Outburst from Kaheng. Wow. Team Singapore, today they are on their game.
Yeah, their reflexes are definitely hitting, right? We have never said that Singapore was not good. They are. They have the mechanical skill. It's just that ability to kind of play. And we've only saw one game when they played up against Republic of Korea, which are a juggernaut in and of itself. So for Singapore to get into this one, this is still a great team, assuming, again, they stick to their guns and what they want to play.
Okay, just referencing the goal right now, right? So it's starting to be a little bit of shift to Team Hong Kong China because they are starting to make those plays. Whereas for Team Singapore, they have been on the defensive side for quite a while right now, especially after the first Tyrant. So they have to try to find a way to shift that momentum back.
Yeah, but at the same time, okay, now he's looking to wrap around the flash away, just keeping Hawa at least alive, and the ghost ship will be set up. They're going to bounce around him on this, and the umbrella outburst pushes them back, and that's a perfect disengage. Yes, big ults were used, but nobody died.
There's a defensive umbrella outburst there just to make sure that they are able to keep things alive here. And now they're going to go for that jungle invade at the bottom though. Or are they going to... I don't know. It almost feels like Team Hong Kong China, they're just stalling time for that split push because we haven't talked about Zikin for quite a while.
Yeah, and that was the play, right? The mid-fight was like, everybody stay alive, but actually we want towers. It's space created. Everybody's so tunnel visioned on the mid lane that Zikin was literally just walking it down. He's going to potentially take the bottom T2 as well.
Yeah, just keep your eyes on the minimap, man. Look at this. All eyes at the top, but nobody's putting attention to the bottom. Okay, yes, Team Singapore, they trade off by one tower at the top, but look at the second tower at the bottom. It's almost gone.
Yeah, it took a lot of damage, and that's structural. And Zikin is just happy with glee because he's just going to walk away and be like, okay, now you're going to look to defend. It's already less than half, and anytime you go up to the top side again, I'm just going to take that one down. But one thing that Singapore are doing well is that they're securing their jungle, right? How many series have we seen today where the losing team just like completely gives up on their own jungle?
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right on that. And also, they respond quickly to whatever that's happening at the bottom too. They still retain their tower, although it's only half health, but they still retain it. That's most important. Now, let's see how will they respond to this.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to get that one. The smite was used. So Kahin, again, this is what you want. I mean, if you think that there's going to be a 50-50 with Yuming, like take the challenge because you're contesting if you aren't able to get it out. But Yuming using the smite now for the Tyrant, probably going to be the last one before we get those shadow variants.
Oh, I'm liking this from Team Singapore, right? What they're doing is that, well, we did talk about like trying to shift the momentum to the other side, and Team Singapore is doing exactly that. Now they are playing for Team Hong Kong China to play with their rhythm.
Oh, Kaiyang, he actually gets hit by the very tip of that one, but it looks like he's going to be fine. He just dashes away. Kahin is a little bit on the low side, but Weekend getting low himself.
Oh.
He's tanky, but at what cost? Kahin gets the revenge, does get the kill, but Yanji is going to be picked off as well. Sumki all the way on the side, just playing on the outskirts. 3 members down from Singapore, and just like that, Hong Kong, China with a huge advantage as they got a 3-for-1.
Ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one. That could break the momentum here, but then again, not all hope is lost. As we still have the Universal Law to clear off the minion wave, hence the middle tower will still stand.
It seems like they're fighting on different fronts, right? They're not playing the same game of like all 5 guys on one guy. It's like 2-on-1, 1-on-1. Like they're all over the place. But DJ Cloud, I mean, break this one down.
Oh, DJ. Okay, so look at this, right? Look at this. Look at this. Look at them trying to go to the back, and I totally understand, right? Because they want to focus on the Hoa. You don't want to let Hoa getting those free moments to just throw those skills, send the Blazing Brilliance down the middle, so that's why they want to go from there. But to be fair to Team Singapore, they were split out. They were split out by the fact that Team Hong Kong China also sent somebody to zone out the backliners there.
Yeah, and if we're looking at target priority, Hawa and Sumki are, again, I've pointed this out many a times, 1 and 2. Those are the guys that need to die. If you're not hitting those guys in a team fight, you're doing things wrong. And Hong Kong China took advantage. Sumki was all the way on the side. He was largely untouched, just on the outskirts because they were not focusing on him. And then this mid T1 looking to go down here.
Yeah, it was a really tough call, right? In the kind of team fight, it is like a split-second decision on like who do you want to focus on, what do you exactly want to do. Do you want to play protecting your own people, or do you want to try to split them up and then you try to take the squishies behind and then you think about like the tanky ones in front. So I understand it was a split-second decision, but Team Hong Kong China, they did it in a more balanced fashion, I must say. They protected their backline, at the same time they split out the front.
Yeah, but in the mid lane, a little bit of a fight here. Ghost Ship on the side, and it looks like Yuming just navigating around. he's just going to be backing up. But the flank potentially just going on in this one. They're not giving up. Coming goes in for right WeCat. He wants to bait out the Raging Sea. WeCat holding it to his vest. He's getting focused. 3 members down, the flash away, and now he's going to pop it. It doesn't look like he does. He doesn't get it off, and now Kaiyang looking for the revenge. The Razor Cavalry only one. Kaiyang, he's in a bad spot. He's flashing the wrong way, but he's fighting on the outskirts. He gets focused down. He takes down Siskin on his way on out, and now it looks like Yuming on the chase, trying to find the backline as well, but he gets focused down. Just too much damage, and Nyanch is running for his life. Kaiyang, he's like, I'm a support. I want this kill, and he's not fast enough.
Well, it doesn't matter. They still got 4 of them from Team Singapore. That will be enough for them to take over the jungle. But at the same time, they have to be aware of their top lane as well. They have to clear that one. But they only need to send an air in there and it will be A-okay. For the others, well, they can clear off the jungle. By the time Team Singapore comes up, there's nothing else for them to farm. But that was a really, really good team fight. Again, the same theory applies from before. Like, what do you want to focus on in a particular team fight? Do you want to go all the way to the back line? But Team Hong Kong China, they respond by splitting up that fight.
Yeah, and Hong Kong China seemed to be doing a better job of the target priority, right? Understanding where Kaiyang was. They're like, Yuming, yeah, he's doing a little bit of damage, and they were focusing it, right? They put pressure on WeCat. They were like, putting pressure. He flashes away. He was like, okay, not going to use the Raging Sea. He gets killed, and then once you have that 5-on-4, it's like all, like the floodgates just completely busting open. Yuming, Kaiyang, incredibly vulnerable at that stage.
Okay, the next team fight, Team Singapore, they have to play this more carefully, right? They cannot allow Team Hong Kong China to dictate that team fight just like how they did before. Go ship up.
Oh, Kaiyang, the unbridled outburst, they're bouncing him around, and the Blazing Brilliance on top of that. What a great initiation by Hong Kong China.
Oh, and that's the advantage of having the go ship, right? Especially if you're able to catch the Kaiyang. So he's not able to go anywhere, right? His flash was still on cooldown at the time, so nothing can save him.
Yeah, nothing could save him at that point. I mean, it was just more of the positioning factor, right? I think the Singapore, they need a front liner, somebody who can be there. Kaiyang shouldn't be that guy.
Yep, it should be like, a WeCat, for example, right? So the positioning has to be a little bit more detailed there. Now, WeCat is opening up the left side, while on the right side, Yanzi is trying to clear off the waves. That's the best they could do right now. Clear off everything, and Team Hong Kong China, based on their playstyle from what we've seen before, they will back off on this and focus back onto the objective, and that's what they're doing right now by heading towards the Tyrants.
Yeah, not the sexiest of moves, let's be honest, right? Hong Kong China, the way, this is the slow and steady race. They're the turtle, if you will. They're just willing to be like, hey, we know we have a huge lead. As long as we just, take baby steps towards our goal, we will eventually take you down. They're going to take the Tyrant here for free.
Yep, and they still send Kaiyang in front just to be that insurance policy guy, just to make sure that they are all kept in their own base.
Yep, and now it looks like they'll fight for the Azure. They've been pushed away, stolen away, if you will. Hong Kong China threatening, contesting, getting in your face, and making things very uncomfortable.
Oh, the rotation's happening at the bottom.
They find some key. He's by himself, the one-on-one, but now here come the reinforcements. He's been targeted. The homing missiles are on. He's trying to dash away. He gets under the top of the universe. On point. The Raging Sea in return. They do get the revenge kill onto Kaiyang, but the Blazing Brilliance isn't enough. Somehow Singapore, all 5 members still standing.
5-man unbridled outburst, but the follow-up wasn't enough from Team Hong Kong China because they had split up their team. One of them had to push in the middle, so the damage output was not enough. But if the damage output was enough, they were in the right position. That 5-man unbridled outburst could have given them an ace.
It could have given it. That's the craziest thing. They had the perfect umbrella outburst, and actually they came out worse. You know what I mean? They were the ones that lost Kaiyang. He was the only one to have died. Everybody else was like just perfectly set up, and somehow they survived. Again, under that tower, gave them a chance. And now Singapore, a little bit of an opening. Kaiyang is right back up though.
Okay, they have to secure this Overlord, right? This Overlord will at least give them another lifeline, but Hong Kong China won't make it easy.
Yeah, it's getting so low at this point, and Yuming will steal that away. WeCat is very low himself. He needs to be a little on the careful side. The Razor Cavalry is pushing them back, and Zekin doing a little bit of work. He's starting to hit his mark. Kaiyang gets picked off. It looks like it's a 1 for 3, 1 for 4. Yanzi is all by himself, and he too will fall. It's a team ace going the way of Hong Kong China.
Well, first you try to get the ace. You don't succeed, you try again. And that's the message there from Team Hong Kong China. Surely right now they'll be able to wrap things up.
Yeah, they're going to wrap it up here. Just a matter of time. The minions are making their way there in Hong Kong, China, sticking to their guns, the patient game, and they will take game number 1.
It was a really close game coming in for both teams in terms of the rotations, in terms of the macro there, but there was just more mistakes coming in from Team Singapore. Oftentimes we see Kaya getting blocked by the ghost ship, getting caught by unbridled outbursts left and